All right, everyone. I want to welcome you to tonight's Google Hangout. Tonight is a very special night. My name is Reginald Stenson. I am the founder of the Unit of Prosperity, and it's been a while since I've done a hangout, so it's perfect timing, really, because tonight we have a panelist of special people here tonight that's going to share with you something that's really been catching fire as of late. A product that we just released called Genesis. We're going to be talking about that a little bit. And also, we're going to share with you the results that we've had with DS Domination thus far and how it is positively transforming our lives. But a little bit about myself. I've been in DS Domination for about 10 months. I got started really for self, to be honest. I was on my way out of the home-based business space because I got tired of joining different companies, signing people up, and me being the only point making money. So when I talked to my friend about DS Domination, well, actually I didn't. He called me about a lead capture page or something because he knew I built systems and stuff like that. And I just happened to ask him what was it that he was up to, what was he doing, and he told me he was selling on eBay. I was intrigued by the idea because that was something that I always wanted to do because it didn't involve recruiting, and it's some about passive income. So anyway, long story short, he told me he was selling on eBay. He was selling pots and pans or something, and I'm like, man, send me a link. Let me check that out because again, I was to a point to where I just felt so guilty in some of the other programs that I was in because again, you know, some of them, the last one cost like $5,000 or something to get all the products, and nobody was really making any money regardless of the actions that they were taking, so on and so forth. So it came to a point that I was like, hey, I just can't do this anymore. So I decided to take a look at DS Domination after he told me that's what he was doing. Once I dug into the training, you know, I saw how simple it was, straight to the point, didn't take a whole lot of time to get started. My first week, I actually made about $1,100 in profit. I spent the entire night going through the training and listing items on eBay. And I actually sold like hundreds of items it was over a weekend. I can't remember. I think it was Labor Day or something like that. Sold hundreds of items while on vacation in Mississippi. So when I came home, I had to fill hundreds of orders. It was ridiculous. So when I saw how simple and easy that was in comparison to some of the other things that I've done before in the past, it was something that I absolutely had to share with other people. All right, it was something that I absolutely had to share with people. So from that point, it is manifested to well over 20, close to 30,000. Well, we're probably over 30,000 team members now on a Unit of Prosperity. So many people making money, I can't even keep count. We got people who are silently making fortunes with our team and with this company. And the cool thing about it is that you do not have to recruit to make money. And we're going to share that with you here tonight. We're going to show you some proof. Let me close out my window here a second. But we're going to provide you proof of that. Okay, we're not just going to talk about it, but we're actually going to show you that you do not have to recruit here to make money. Which, again, if you want to compare, I hate to compare, but if you've been doing this a while, you know that most companies you get involved in, you have to recruit to get people in. Well, the unique thing about this concept is you don't have to recruit to make a fortune, and the skill sets that you learn here can potentially pay you for life. As long as eBay and Amazon is around, you can get paid with this company. And we have so many people checking us out tonight because, again, this is something that is changing the game. You hear words in the industry like revolutionizing or revolutionary concept, and you know, I hate to use those words because it has been abused so much, but tonight I'm gonna say it. This is revolutionary. So I'm gonna go ahead and dig right into this. Give me 1 second because it's been a while since I actually done the hangout, so hopefully I can get this right here. Okay, so I'm gonna dig right into this, and okay, you all should be able to see my screen. So I'm gonna share with you what I was actually doing today, and this wasn't really planned, to be honest. It was just something that I happened to do when I was out shopping. Excuse me. So again, this is laid back, hang out. So relax. We're going to give you value here tonight to show you why you should join DS Domination. It's only a $19.95 decision. However, we are going to talk about our other product, Genesis, as well. So the $19.95 gets you in. You learn basically entry-level drop shipping, utilizing the training that you learned in the pro section. Also, you get access to our app. Okay, you have to be on the pro membership to be able to use the app unlimited times. And from there, if you decide to upgrade to Genesis, which we're going to be talking about tonight, which is a complete game changer, you're able to do things like this, what I'm going to share with you right now. Now, like I was saying, I was actually out running errands today, and I decided to go to Big Lots and see what I can find, pretty much. And this is stuff that you learn in the Genesis training here with DS Domination. And like I said, guys, get paid to shop. Anybody that knows me know that I absolutely hated shopping. I absolutely hated it until now. Okay, until now, shopping is fun because now you can actually get paid to shop. And I'm not just talking about mystery shopping or anything like that. We're talking about, you know, doing retail arbitrage, if you want to call it that. That's one piece to this. And as you can see here, I was actually in Big Lots. I found this item. It's a toy. And the cost for this toy was $25 in there. And it's selling on Amazon for $59.98, basically $60. So that's a $20 profit. And I picked up 6 of those. So 6 times 20 is $120, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not a math person, a mathematician, or anything like that. But to my recollection, I believe 20 times 6 is $120. All right. So, you know, basically what I just did here is double my money. Okay, I made a 200% return. Okay, I got back what I paid for it plus an additional 100% on the item here. And this was just one item. There actually was another item that I picked up in Big Lots. I think I got like 7 of those, and that one was paying an $18 profit. Can't remember, but it was in the double digits. I believe it was anywhere between $15 to $18 profit, and the rank was under 100,000 on that one. And there was a couple other items I picked up as well to where I was making $10. So all in all, me getting shopping today, if I calculate all of that, you know, I came out the store with about a $300 profit. Now, if you look at this from a logical standpoint or from a corporate America standpoint, or even comparing your current situation, how many of you all that have jobs are actually making $300 a day on your jobs working 8 hours? Not many people are. And it only took me about 30 to 45 minutes to walk into the store, use this app, scan, and pick up a couple items that's going to profit me $300, okay, in profit. 45 minutes. So $300 an hour essentially is what I made today from shopping. So enough about myself. I am going to move on to Ms. Tari Edwards. I'm going to bring her up. Now, as you can see here, we are going to be talking about income. So before I really get into the core of this, I have to say your results will vary. These results aren't typical because most people don't do the work required to be able to produce this income. So we're not guaranteeing any income whatsoever, but we are showing you real examples of what's possible if you go out here and work. Now, I am going to bring up Ms. Tari Edwards, and as you see here, this is a screenshot of her sales on Amazon. And again, this is another product that we have called Genesis. So if you all want to come in at Pro at $19.95 and then go to Genesis, definitely you can do this and be able to do this. But anyway, if you look here, I'm going to let her share a story. But if you look here, you know, she did over, all in all, $629 in sales in 30 days. Now, some people may look at that number and say, hey, it's not a whole lot of money. But I was actually talking to a young lady over my mom's house this weekend, and I'm not sure if she's gotten started yet, but she's getting started with us. And basically what she was saying was, which you know this, but sometimes you have to hear people say it again for it to really click. But she said something to the effect, I'm going to paraphrase the statement, but basically, long story short, whether you make an extra $100 a month, $200 a month, or $400 a month, it's still an extra amount of money that you didn't have prior to you getting started with this company. It's still extra. It's still in addition to what you currently have or what you didn't have prior to you getting started with this company. So don't miss the moment. And even if you're not able to go to Genesis tonight, if you are an existing rep and you're not able to get to Genesis tonight, at the very least, guys, get in at the $20 level and work your way up. When I first got in, I didn't have a whole lot of money to spend because I pretty much exhausted it all in the other company. However, I got pro, I got elite, and I worked my way up. I even got to the point to where I overcharged a credit card to buy all the products because I saw the value and I saw the opportunity one day. I did this within the month. Now, I'm not suggesting that everyone overdraw their credit cards to do this, but this was just something that I did personally because I saw the vision, I saw the opportunity, and I went all in, I got all the products. So, with that being said, without further ado, Tari, go ahead and step out a minute. Hopefully you're on here because I'm not looking at the screen. And tell everybody what your experience has been thus far with DS Domination.
Hi everyone, as Reginald said, my name is Tari Edwards, and my experience with DS Domination has been phenomenal. Ever since I got started with the Amazon piece and going through the Genesis training and applying what I've been learning, it's just been a blast. The results that you saw are actually, that was from, I believe, Thursday was the day that I took that screenshot, and today it's actually been more. I had a really good weekend. So I sold like an additional 11 or so items when this past weekend. So it's really picking up. Like the items that were hot, they're getting hotter. Like they were selling at one rate, like about, I would say about one a day, and now they're starting to sell like 3 or 4 times a day. So that's the beautiful thing about creating your own business with DS Domination is one day you can be selling the same thing one time a day, and then a week later you're selling, you basically quadrupled your profits, and that's just something that you don't see on a job. You can't give yourself 4 times the raise on the job. It's just not, at least not in a month. That just doesn't happen. So give yourself that raise by partnering up with DS Domination. The Genesis training, I'm telling you, it has definitely given me the success that I have not necessarily had in other companies. When you pair that on top of, of course we sell on eBay and all of that, but it has really like taken everything to the next level. Because in other companies, I've done like 1 sale every two months, So with this, it's daily, it's consistent, and it's growing. So that's the difference between what we have in Genesis and everything else that's out there in the marketplace.
Okay, awesome. So when you got started with DS Domination, tell us about Pro. I mean, what was your experience with that product?
Pro was a really great experience as well. I got my first sale after about a week and a half after listing my first item. Got my first sale, and I actually got started back in October. And one of the things I almost want to shoot myself in the foot because at the time I was working a lot of hours, so I didn't get a chance to get off the ground like everybody else did. Well, I'll say this: it was a lot going on. Okay, so now that the summer is here, I've been putting before I had at the most about 40 listings, and now I'm up to 75. So my goal is to like first get to that 100, and then 200, 400, and so on. I'm telling you, it's possible, and it's gonna happen. Mark my words. But so far, this past month, before this past month, I was at, I would say about a sale every other week. Some months were that slow, and that's only because I wasn't doing what I needed to do. But once I plugged in and dug in and really started doing it, now I'm getting 6, 7 sales in a day. So, and that's like a huge difference. And the only difference was I put in the work that I wasn't doing before, and then of course I started giving God more credit for what He was blessing me with in the process. So eBay has been phenomenal. Amazon is phenomenal. I'm just in awe from the success I'm having thus far.
Okay, and how much does it cost to get started with DS Domination? Because a lot of people don't know anything about it. We have thousands of people on here tonight, and I just want you to share with people, how much does it cost to get in? Is it 20, 25, 5,000? I mean, what does it cost to get in?
It costs so much money. I'm telling you, it costs $19 whole dollars and 95 whole cents. Like, oh my God, I just broke the bank. I spent $19. Guys, it only costs $19.95 to get started. $19.95 can take you to $500, $1,000, $5,000 a month. It's a no-brainer.
Awesome. And I don't know because I don't smoke, but how much do a carton of cigarettes cost? Like, is that less than a carton of cigarettes now? I know that cigarettes was going up, so.
It probably is. I don't smoke either, so I don't know, but it probably is less than a thing of cigarettes. So, hey.
Okay. So instead of, some people play the lottery tickets and, the scratch offs or buy a carton of cigarettes or whatever the scenario is, doing things that are unhealthy for you, or investing in something where the odds of you winning is very slim. When you have an opportunity like this where you can get started for $20, it's the entry level product, entry level to drop shipping, and if you're ready to move up to, Genesis, what we're showing tonight, then you're absolutely able to do that when you're ready. So you started at the pro level. How would you, really quick, if you can sum it up in 1 minute, how would you compare Genesis to pro? Because Genesis is our flagship product, pro is the entry level. How would you compare the two?
Comparing Genesis to Pro, I would say that Pro is a great product for the person that wants to kind of start at level 1 and gradually work themselves up, and that's great because before Genesis, that's how we all started. But Genesis, that's that monster right there. That's that monster that is going to take you from where you are and allow you to just like catapult your business just from 0 to 60 in 2 seconds. So that's the two things about Pro. Pro is really great, and it does give you those profits immediately when you put in the work. But imagine that times about 50. So it basically it kind of cuts that learning curve by a lot. That's the biggest thing I would say about Genesis. It cuts down your time. Yeah, you still have to put time into it, of course, but it definitely cuts down the time in the amount of time that it takes to get to those bigger numbers, so to speak.
All right. Well, thank you for jumping out here tonight. And again, guys, if you're ready to go ahead and get started, you can click on the green button below this video. From there, you just sign up for $19.95. And if you're looking to get in Genesis, all you would do is just click on Genesis in your back office once you're back here. And I believe it takes you to a sales video, and you can upgrade to that package as well. Now, I'm going to bring up the next panelist here, which is Dave Cook. And again, Pro is entry level, is great, is eBay selling. But tonight is actually the reason why we're talking a whole lot about Genesis tonight is because tomorrow the price is actually going to increase. Right now is $9.97, and there's another company out there that's selling something similar to this for about $5,000, and tomorrow it's going to go up to $1,500 tomorrow midnight Pacific Standard Time. So you actually have an opportunity to save $500 here. And some of you all may get scared when you hear me talk about this, but the reality is you don't have to do this if you don't want to. You don't have to get Genesis if you don't want to. You can just start with Pro and work your way up. However, for those people that are looking to get into profit very quickly, then this is where it's at. This is where the big boys play, and it's a larger investment, but the money here is a lot faster. And I hate to say easier, but I would say simpler. All right. So if you look here, this is Superstar David Cook account. You see all these sales here from Amazon. A lot of them in the same day, and you see the title that Amazon has shipped the item you sold. So essentially what that means is once you ship the items or whatever your products is you want to sell on Amazon into Amazon, they take care of the fulfillment for you. They do the customer service. They ship the items. So pretty much it's automated income at that point. You know, you just do a little research. So I'm going to go ahead and bring up Mr. David Cook. David, go ahead and share with everyone, you know, a brief story about, you know, what got you into DS Domination and what your results have been thus far, my friend.
Okay, thanks. Reginald, thanks for the introduction. I got started in DS Domination. I remember last fall I was talking to my wife, and I'm an active duty Marine. I joined the Marine Corps out of college because I didn't want to work in corporate America. And I've had a great time in the Marine Corps, and now I'm starting to look at what I'm going to do after the Marine Corps. And I started talking to my wife, and I was like, okay, I want to do something that I can work from home, work on my own. And I was working online, or I was looking online for all this stuff, and all of it, you know, was all right, but nothing really appealed to me. And then about 4 months later, in January, I think January 15th, I finally talked to one of my Marines that I deployed with, Dejon Paris, who was on this hangout, and he was one of my Marines in Afghanistan, and I saw that he'd been posting all these results and all this money he'd been making, and I decided I had to at least see what he was doing, and I was kind of familiar with eBay, so once I saw the video that we have, our company video, I was absolutely sold, and I got started, and the rest has been history. I've been with the company for 6 months, and basically now I have what I've been looking forward to do with my future.
Okay, sorry, I muted myself out. So you started with Pro, correct? So how did you start? I mean, which product did you start with?
Yeah, I started with Pro, and I did Pro. I mean, I still do Pro, but I was a Pro for like 3 weeks before I upgraded, and I made about $200 my first month with Pro, and that's doing it part time, you know, working active duty in the Marine Corps, and so then I upgraded from there, and I didn't quite max out my credit cards like you did, Reginald, but I pretty much went all in, you know, as soon as I could, and as soon as the Genesis product came out, I mean, I had enough trust in the company that I knew it was going to be a good product, and I bought it the same day it came out. So my what I've done with Pro has been great, and anybody looking for supplemental income, Pro is an outstanding way to get started with our company.
So how would you compare your experience with Pro? You know that's entry level. Again, I talked to a lady this weekend. She's selling like 7 to 10 items a day using Pro, and she's doing about 800 a month with Pro. How would you compare your results thus far, comparing it Pro to where you are right now with Genesis? I mean, how would you compare that?
Okay, so I said I made $200 my first month with Pro. I've had Genesis for I've had Genesis for about a month and a half. I've been working it for about a month, and I've already made back half my cost of it, which is $500. So, I mean, but if you talk about what Pro is like versus Genesis, Genesis is LeBron James. Pro is like that really good guy on your high school basketball team.
Okay. Awesome, man. Well, I appreciate you jumping out. And again, guys, if you are ready to get started, there's so many people here tonight. Click the green button below. I'm telling you, wherever you want to start, whether you want to start with Pro, whether you want to get to Genesis, whether you're in currently, you want to upgrade to Genesis, it's definitely something that I recommend that you all do, especially before the price jump, because if not, you're going to pay a whole lot more money after tomorrow, midnight Pacific Standard Time, for the product. But regardless of what you invest, the investment still is worth it, because the potential to make money with this product is limitless. I mean, there's no limit to it. And I said it at the event, and I wasn't saying this just to be hypey or anything like that, but Genesis is a product that's going to create more millionaires from a customer-only standpoint than any other product in the industry that we're currently in. I truly believe that. And we're going to show you that here soon. So I urge you all to keep hanging out with us here tonight. We got some more stuff that we are about to show you here. So before I do this, well, yeah, let me go ahead and do it now, okay? Since we're talking about that. So this young lady right here, this is going to blow you away. So let me share my screen again, and hopefully this keeps working properly. All right, so like I said before, your results may vary. Becky, hopefully you are on, because I'm about to bring you up. But I'm super excited because she was making a fortune on Amazon, and no one knew about it until one day, you know, I think she sent me a message or something, and she was telling me, you know, she was selling this stuff and she was making all this money. I was like, wow, unbelievable. Here is a screenshot of her income on Amazon, and this is before Genesis. Now, this is just to show you. Some of this is before Genesis, at least, to show you the income potential here. With DS Domination, she did over $120,000 in sales. Okay, this is from January 12th to July 9th, 2014. Now, if you look here, this is her account. You see she has a $29,000 pending, which is pending to be direct deposit to her bank. And again, your results may vary. And within 30 days, she did over $55,000 in sales. Now I'm going to go here again. This is another screenshot from her where she have over $106,000. I don't know when she did this. Maybe she'll tell you more about this when she comes up. So again, this is all without recruiting. Recruiting is optional. However, the cool thing about DS Domination, and the reason why I love this company so much, is because even though recruiting is optional, it is so much easier to do it here because almost everybody is having results, and it's something that anyone can make money with. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and bring out Miss Becky Thames. Are you there?
I am, Reginald. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Awesome. Thank you so much for that warm introduction. And, you know, I keep pinching myself to see if this is real, and it is. And I know when I sent out the invite tonight, I put on there, come to this hangout to see how this addict has earned over $10,000 a month in less than 90 days. And when I say that, my name is Becky, and I'm a Candy Crush addict. And that's how I found out about DS Domination. I was hooked on Candy Crush. I said I'm wasting way too much time, so I went to the internet and I found an online business where people were making money, and I was like, wow, let me look into this. Now, I am not like a lot of people on here. I do have a full-time job, and I love my job. And I remember when I first started, I called someone, and I was telling them about DS Domination, and they're like, well, if you're making $2,000 a month, why do you still have your full-time job? And I'm like, because I really like my job, and God has blessed me, so it's my job to bless other people. And so that's what I wanted to stress. So now last month, when I made $15,000 profit, people are like, wow, if you're making that kind of money, why do you still have your job? And I'm like, well, I still love my job, and I'm not doing anything. Amazon is shipping, packing, customer service, and I'm just getting deposits in my bank account every 2 weeks. And, you know, I've heard you ask the other panelists, what's the difference between Pro and Genesis? If I were a drug addict, Pro would be like smoking marijuana, laid back, and Genesis is like crack and heroin combined, and you're wired. That is my explanation of the difference between Pro and Genesis. And you know, I'm just so excited. I hope Anita is on here. Anita, for those of you that don't know, I only have one product on Amazon that makes all of those sales. But after today, I ran an ad on Craigslist, and Anita replied to my ad. And I called her when I got off work today. And guys, she is the manufacturer for diapers. So I'm going to have 2 products on Amazon, and I will be tracking them. And actually, she sells her diapers to Big Lots. So, you know, I'm not even going to be buying them from Big Lots. I'm going straight to Anita and Colin. So I'm so blessed and thankful for this business, and I can't wait for this hangout to be over so I can go and start tracking diapers on Amazon.
Awesome, awesome. So you love your job, like everybody love their job. That's awesome. I mean, but how does it feel to love your job? You know, I'm sure you probably make good money on your job. So how does it feel to bring in an extra $15,000 a month? You know, basically by really not doing anything. I mean, how does it feel?
Well, you know, Reginald, it feels really good, and I haven't really changed our lifestyle or anything. I'm just putting it in the bank. I did buy this Mac computer that I'm using and some garage doors for our house, but other than that, I'm just putting it in savings.
Awesome. Such an amazing story. I mean, that is amazing. So, thus far, I mean, how much profit would you say you've done on Amazon? Did she freeze? Becky,
Are you
still there?
frozen? Yeah.
Okay. Thus far, how much in profit would you say you've done in Amazon?
Well, I did 10,000 in my first 90 days, and that was profit. Oh, and just in Amazon would probably about $20,000.
Okay. Awesome. 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 And again, there's a lot of people that don't even make 20,000 a year. So if you are able to do that, again, your results may vary, but that's just to show you the power of what we have our hands on here with Amazon. And again, everybody probably is not going to be able to do it, but again, we urge you all who are able to do it, who are in the company, those of you that may not be here, to get Genesis tonight before the price increase tomorrow at midnight. So you have basically until tomorrow midnight Pacific Standard Time to get it at the current price. After that, it's going to increase. But regardless, if you're not able to do that, I understand. It's still worth the investment because the income potential there, again, it's going to make you a whole lot more money than you can ever invest once you start applying what you learn. So again, thank you, Becky, for jumping out and sharing your story.
Thank you, Reginald.
All right, so we're going to jump back into this screen share thing. This is pretty cool. It's actually working tonight. All right, so now we're going to bring up Miss Dejon Paris. All right, and you look here. This is his sales on Amazon. And the reason why I'm knowing this guy is because, you know, you hear a lot of people get on Hangouts and they talk about they're making all this money or whatever, but they're not really showing any documentation. So tonight we're showing you proof that this is possible for you if you do the work. And again, we're not guaranteeing any income. Your results may vary, but we're going to show you proof that these people here, ordinary people, you know, we're not flashy people, anything like that. We're not going out there buying Bentleys and Mercedes, anything like that. Not saying anything is wrong with that, but we're not doing that. You know, we're just out here living a normal life, but we're making ridiculous money. So I'm going to bring out Dejon Paris. He's a young man, and he did over 15,000 in sales in a 30-day time period. I don't know what his numbers is now, but I'm going to let him jump out, share his story and his progress with DS Domination thus far, and basically share whatever else you want to share. So Dejon Rockstar Paris, go ahead and jump out, my friend.
Hey, what's going on, Reginald? Thanks for the introduction. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Good. Hey, how's it going, everybody? Like Reggie said, I'm Dejon Paris. How I got started in DS Domination, I guess we can go back to the beginning. I've been, ever since I was 17, I got my first job at a Steak and Shake down here in North Carolina. After the first week, I was like, I can't do this. I can't work a 9 to 5 the rest of my life. So from that day, I was looking for something to do to generate income other than actually clocking in somewhere and doing, you know, the normal routine at 9 to 5. Actually, maybe 2 days or 3 days after that, I got introduced to a company because I was a server there. Got introduced to a company, I got started and everything, and that's how I got introduced to the network marketing company. I ended up not, you know, going through with the company or anything like that, but that's how I got started in network marketing. How I got started in DS Domination, I was just searching Facebook one day, and I had seen a Google Hangout for request for a Google Hangout, this exact Hangout everyone's on right now. I checked it out. I seen the results, and I was like, okay, what are they doing? Like, what are they doing to making all this money and stuff? I kept hearing eBay. At the time, I was selling on eBay myself. I was pretty much doing the same thing, drop shipping, but I was doing it completely wrong. Now that I think about it, it was terrible. I was making I think I was losing money. Now that I think about it. And then like I kind of said, I don't want to do this no more. And I ended up getting that eBay account shut down because I was doing completely wrong. I didn't know what I was doing. I knew I wanted to sell on eBay, but I just didn't know how. After watching the training video and I seen it, I was like, I couldn't believe I never thought about it myself. So I got started. I made my first sale doing the training that is taught, the step-by-step process. I got my first sale within the first 7 hours. It was a $45 profit. So I knew it was on. After that, I progressed up to the higher levels, and to this day, I've probably made well over $10,000 with DS Domination. So it's awesome. I am also a Marine. The reason why I really wanted to get into a position where I didn't have to physically go anywhere is because I met my wife I got married to my wife maybe 2 weeks before I went to Afghanistan, under the lead of David Cook, who's on the Hangout tonight. We went to Afghanistan, we did our thing over there, and it was just really tough for my wife. We just got married, just, got our first place together, and then I'm gone for 7 months. So I said, okay, I definitely got to do something that doesn't require me to be gone from home for that long period of time. So found DS Domination. Now I don't have to work. I'm currently not working. I'm doing DS Domination full time. I'm still in the Marines. I'm in the reserve right now, just fulfilling my contract. I don't think I would get out of the Marine Corps unless they kick me out or something like that. I'll stay in the reserves until 20 years or whatever. But I don't have to go and clock in or work anywhere else for the rest of my life.
Okay. And two questions for you, because I'm sure a lot of people are wondering. So, but before I get to those questions, I want to throw this out here. Again, if you're ready to get started, click the green button below to get started. Get started for $19.95. That gets you in. For the most part, everybody here started from the bottom, and we worked our way up. But again, if you're looking to get in on Genesis, which we're showing tonight, definitely, again, get it before the price increase. I'm telling you all, you don't want to miss out on that. So really quick here, how would you say your life has been? You pretty much summed it all up, but how would you say your life has been since DS Domination? Obviously, you don't have to work and do all that stuff, so how is it? How do you feel?
Life is good. I can get up, go shopping with my wife. I can actually enjoy shopping where not having to think like, oh man, can we really get this and get this and that? She going to do her shopping, getting her purses and stuff like that, and I go over and do my shopping, so I can triple and quadruple the profit from that item. So it's awesome. Life is good. I can't complain. Now life outlook of life right now is just awesome. I have nothing, no worries, no complaints or anything like that. So life is good, real good.
Awesome, man. So how old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
I am 24.
24, man. I didn't know you were that young, man. 24. So you represent for the young generation out there, the people who are under 25. So what would you say to those individuals who are in your age bracket that may be looking for something to do to create an extra income? What would be your words of advice or words of wisdom to those people?
I know what it's like to be in this, this position. As far as like in this age range, people probably are going to school or trying to figure out what they want to do with their lives and everything like that. And I've been exactly where you are. So, I know, trying to go to school and trying to have a second job and trying to juggle, both of them at the same time, and, worrying about paychecks and everything like that, and trying to, build a foundation for the rest of your life at this age. it's a $19.95 decision to ultimately change your life, and you can get started today. I mean, you're here, you made it. I mean, you're here for a reason, so go ahead and get started today.
All right, man. Well, I appreciate you for jumping out and sharing your story, man, and to much success, man. Keep doing your thing, and definitely you'll be a millionaire before you're 30.
All right.
All right, so now I'm going to go back to this PowerPoint. I'm sorry, I'm having a challenge over here bringing this up. All right, so like we were saying here a few minutes ago, if you want to get started, again, regardless to where you are, don't let these numbers intimidate you or anything like that. Don't let it do that. Your results may vary. Again, everybody's situation is different. Some people may not have the funds to be able to get Genesis, and we understand that, but we will not be doing you any, I feel like we'll be doing you a disservice if we don't at least mention it to you here tonight. So that's why I wanted to feature Genesis tonight, because this product here is changing people's life. Not only the company, but the product. I mean, it completely puts a whole new spin on what we've done thus far, and it's really taken it to a whole nother level, a whole nother dimension. Forget the levels, dimensions. All right. And so we feel like we're doing you a disservice if we're not sharing this with you. And for the people that are already affiliates on the team, you definitely want to share this hangout with people right now while we're talking. You should be promoting this on social media, emailing your contacts, texting your friends, family, whoever, and tell them how this is something that could really financial strong things like that on people's lives. And finally, we have a vehicle that could really make a major difference in so many people's lives. So here right now, this is a lot of this is you see, this is Amazon sales and deposits from stay-at-home mom Jen Glidden. Now we have so many people from a variety of different backgrounds on this hangout tonight, and now we're going to bring up a stay-at-home mom. You know, she has her son, I believe he's 18 months or something like that. I know he's 1 and some change. She'll tell you more about that. And she's juggling being a stay-at-home mom, you know, she's married, doing her wifely duties, and working a business. So for you all that may be stay-at-home moms, or even if you're not, you may have a busy life, a busy schedule, and you're wondering, can you do this? Can you juggle this business and juggle your life and be profitable? She is a testament that you can. If you look at her deposits here, you know, it started out small on Amazon, $214, then you go up to $283, then $6,900, $3,800, you know, $116, $4,000, $4,900, $5,100, $8,800, $8,600, so on and so forth, guys. And again, your results may vary, but again, we're just showing you what the potential is on Amazon. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and bring out Miss Jen Rockstar Glidden. She is a rockstar stay-at-home mom, and jump out and tell everybody, you know, how you're doing, how long you've been in DS Domination, and what your experience has been thus far.
Hey, Reginald. Hey, everybody. Thank you so much for the panel tonight. It's really an honor to be here. And like Reginald said, I am a stay-at-home mom. My name is Jennifer Glidden. I live in Charlotte, North Carolina, and it has been one of the best decisions of my life to join DS Domination. I joined back in November, and I just sent my sponsor a thank you note today, because I look back to how much my family's life has changed in the last few months, and it's because of this opportunity here that you have to start for $19.95. It's been amazing for me. Here's kind of a summary. I jumped in, I went through the training, and I had my first eBay sale within 24 hours. Not everyone has their first sale within 24 hours, but that proved to me that it was very possible. And what we had here was different from all the other things that I had tried online. It was different from other businesses that I had been in the past. And so I just went pedal to the metal and started listing on eBay, and then I started listing on Amazon, and I made over $10,000 profit my 5th month in the business. This is while I'm staying at home. I mostly work when my son is sleeping or napping, and so it's been absolutely amazing. Today we were able to buy a new car, and it's not a brand new car, but I don't really want to take on debt, so I was able to pay cash for a car that's going to be a lot more comfortable for our family trips. We love traveling, and we have a trip coming up, and so we're really looking forward to being able to enjoy a more comfortable trip there. Just little things that you can do without even thinking about, because you become so used to the system just working for you to bring in the money. I finally am a grown-up. I have an office chair now. I've never had a real office chair. It's a small thing. I bought it off of Walmart. But, just little things like that make your life less stressful. It starts becoming easier, and so I'm just so thankful for being here. I'm so thankful for DS Domination, and the coolest part about it is it's not just me. It's not because I'm some spectacular copy and paster. It's happening for all sorts of other people. There are a few of us here on the panel, but you look in the comments on this page as you're watching our hangout here, and you see all sorts of people who have made money. I mean, I'm sure that if we said who's made money here, it's going to blow the stream up. So what you have in front of you right now for $19.95 is a decision that seriously can change your life, and that is why Reginald does what he does. That's why I do what I do, and sharing this with people, because it is life changing. So if you know that there's more out there for you, if you're sick of struggling, you're sick of barely getting by, living paycheck to paycheck or less, you don't want to be waiting for the government to send you a check to be able to pay your bills. You want to just be able to pay your bills and not even notice the money going out. This is a way that you can get there. You can get there.
Thank you. And I'm glad you brought up that bill situation, because I know what it's like personally to hide from bill collectors and not answer 800 calls because it's a bill collector calling, or making payment arrangements that you're probably not going to pay, but you're just trying to extend it enough, and with hopes that you will somehow come up with the money to be able to cover that bill. So regardless of where you all are right now, again, it all starts with $19.95. That's what it starts with, and it's really simple. All you have to do is click that green button below and take action tonight. What separates us from you at this point is the fact that we took action. We saw an opportunity here with DS Domination, and we didn't think twice about it. We saw the value immediately, and we took action. And if you do the same, you apply what's being taught here, you follow in our footsteps, you can't help but to be successful. I mean, it's almost impossible to fail here unless you just don't do the work and you just completely overthink everything. That's the only way I see you failing here. And also to quit, of course, if you quit on yourself. But other than that, guys, this has been an amazing journey. And like she said, if we tell people, well, actually, I'm going to tell people, if you make money with DS Domination, type yes in the thread that you're on, the Hangout page that you're on right now. You're going to see all these yeses pop up. Type yes in the comment thread so that you can see we're not bluffing here. People are making money. And there's a lot of other people that are silently making fortunes that's not on this panel here tonight. And we just want to share this blessing with you so that you can have an opportunity to live the lifestyle that you deserve to have. And for Jen, like you said, to be able to pay cash for a car, regardless of whether it's new or used or whatever the case is. This is not a Pinto that she bought. Now let's clarify that. It's not a Pinto. But to go and buy a certified used car, which makes sense technically because cars lose value as soon as you drive off the lot. So she's very smart lady, and she understands that. But to buy a certified used car cash, not many people can do that. They cannot. Or if they are doing that, they're buying it from tote note places and buying rebuilt title cards, and we know what those cards are like. Okay, so this opportunity is amazing. So get started. Click on the green button. I'm going to go ahead and bring up the next person. Thank you, Jen, for jumping out.
Thanks, Reginald.
All right, and I'm going to bring up the next person here so we can move along here really quick. All right, and this is Mr. Brian. Okay, Mr. Brian Cinnamon. You know, he's so committed to this. He jumped on a hangout early in the car. I had to make him get off so he wouldn't hit nobody. But anyway, guys, like we were saying, progress is progress, regardless to where you are. It starts with 1995. 1995 gets you in. We spend $20 every week unconsciously without talking to our spouses about it. Let's be honest, because I know somebody gonna say, "Well, let me talk to my wife or my husband about $20." But the reality is, we spend it unconsciously every single week on things that are not going to be profitable for us, or don't even have a chance to be profitable for us each and every week. So there's no reason why anyone on here should be saying, "Hey, I got to think about spending $20." Okay, it all starts with a $20 investment for you to work your way up to this point to be able to get Genesis and all the other products that we have, and to be able to earn an income, a life-changing income. But again, if you're looking to go beyond that, get it for $20, and you're looking to take it to the next level before the price increase, then you definitely want to get in Genesis, because here I'm showing Brian Cinnamon's screenshot. He did over $500 in sales on this screenshot. He probably did more since this screenshot. But again, like earlier, like I was talking about, Amazon takes care of everything for you. It's passive income, automated income. Everybody deserves to have this. And again, as long as eBay and Amazon are around, what you learn here in DS Domination, and no other network marketing company have this ability, to my knowledge. No one in any other network marketing company can say this. But the skills sets that you learn here in DS Domination, as long as Amazon and eBay exist, you pretty much will always have a way to create income. This skill set can pay you for the rest of your life, the stuff that you're going to learn here, and you cannot say that anywhere else. So again, you see his sales on Amazon. He's doing a great job. He's making progress. He's making sales. Some of that's what some of you all want to do. $500 will change a whole lot of lives. $500 a month, in addition to your current income, will keep a whole lot of people out of bankruptcy. It could save a whole lot of marriages. Most marriages end because of money. So without further ado, I'm going to bring up Brian Cinnamon. He's crushing it on Amazon. He's crushing it on eBay. He's just crushing it across the board, the affiliate side in DS Domination. So I'm going to go ahead and bring him out, let him share his story with you, and share whatever else he would like to share. So Brian, jump out.
Great. Hey, thanks for inviting me to the panel. I really appreciate it. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, sir. Loud and clear.
Okay. Yeah, so I've been in the industry working in network marketing for a really long time, going on about 14 years now. I've been in a bunch of different companies, and I really never made any life-changing money. And, you know, the hype and all those, you know, meetings that you go to and everything, you get really excited, and you join, and you work your butt off, and then there's just no results, and it's very frustrating. And I failed so bad back in 1998, 99, that I gave up on network marketing altogether, and I joined the Navy, and I spent 10 years doing that, and I had a great time. And you know, I got a pretty good skill set from being in the Navy and kind of being responsible and whatnot, and kind of grew up a little bit. And when I got out, my dad brought me back into the whole network marketing scene, and I joined another company, and I failed again. And finally, you know, my friend Kana Kearns, who isn't on the panel, but she is my sponsor for DS Domination, she brought this to me probably a month after it started, and I put her on the back burner, and I said, you know, it sounds cool, but I'm doing something right now, and I'm a little busy with that, so I'm going to wait. And I wish that I didn't, because when I did get started at the end of February, I figured I'd just give it my all, and I put some time into it, and I worked really hard, but I didn't tell anybody that I was doing it. My parents, my friends, nobody on Facebook knew that I was doing DS Domination. I wanted to try it out and see if I can make money. And in my first 30 days, I made about $500 in profit on eBay with the Pro membership. So I spent $19.99 or $95, and I got into Pro. I got on the training. I made my first sale, I think, in my first 2 days, and by the end of the month, it was $500 in profit. So at that point, I figured out that this is a real thing. Real money can be made, and I'm a normal person that failed over and over and over again for the last 14 years. So this was pretty neat for me, and it was new. So after that, I started telling people, and I got really excited. I bought all the other products and got into all the training. I recruited 70 people in my first 2 months after my first month. So by my third month, I was 70 people recruited. And you know, it's all about sharing this with other people for me. If you have something good that makes you money, there's no reason to keep it a secret. So I have been telling everyone that I could possibly find, online, offline, work, whatever. And you know, it's been really great. And when Genesis came out, I bought it the day that it came out at the event. I logged on with my cell phone and I paid for it. And in my first month, I made enough money between eBay and Amazon to pay for Genesis. So for those of you that are worried about the cost, if you really hit the ground running like I did, and you just no holds barred, do the training, follow what your sponsor tells you to do, the investment for Genesis will be nothing, because you'll make that back in profits in your first month, maybe your second month. So don't be scared of you know, spending a little bit of money. This is an opportunity that works. I'm living proof. 14 years of failure, and in my first month, I made, I don't even know what the percentage profit is on that, but $20 investment, $500 profit my first month. So this can be done. Anybody can make money. You don't, excuse me, you don't have to recruit if you don't want to, which I thought was very amazing for this, especially because there's a lot of people in this industry that just aren't good at recruiting. So this is beautiful. You don't have to tell anyone. You don't have to recruit anybody. You can make money on eBay and Amazon, and the only people you would really even talk to is Amazon if you're having an issue or need a question answered or whatever, and you can make money. They do all the shipping, all the selling, all the listing. They do everything for you, and every 2 weeks they put money in your bank account, and you really can't complain. You know, this business now is paying the mortgage on my house, and that's pretty cool. You know, I can spend my money on other things like toys for my kids or vacations or whatever, and I don't have to worry about, you know, where the money's going to come from for my mortgage or my car payments. You know, and I still have a job too. I love it. I love what I do, and for those of you that are thinking, well, maybe I don't have the time or whatnot, let me tell you, I have a full-time job. I work 40 to 60 hours a week. I'm going to college for my third bachelor's degree, and the only reason I'm doing 3 is because there was more of my GI Bill left, and I figured that I'm just going to use it till it's gone. So degree after degree after degree, I'm just stacking them up, and spending probably 20 hours a week doing that. I have a wife and 2 kids that are demanding that I find time for, and then I also work my business as much as I can. Very supportive for my team. Like I said, I have 70 people on my team, and they're growing, and everybody's growing, and duplication is awesome, and things are just going really great. You know, I can't complain, and finally finding success online after all these years of searching, and you know, it's just cool. I'm having a great time.
Okay, awesome. So I'm sure everybody like to save money, right? You
Yeah.
agree? Everybody like to save money. If you like to save money, comment on the Hangout page, the thread. I'm sure if you don't like to save money, something is wrong with you. All right, so he said that he has a job, which is cool. He loves his job. You know, there's another one that loves his job. But he's saving money technically because his business is paying for his mortgage. Did you say your business is paying for your mortgage and your car note, or just your mortgage?
Yeah, both.
Okay, so how does that feel, man? I mean, you know, I'm sure you make good money. So how does it feel to be able to allocate those funds elsewhere, since you don't have to, you know, use them on your mortgage and car note anymore?
It's a really great feeling. You know, before I was living paycheck to paycheck, and like I said, I have 2 kids, and I need to start saving for college, and you know, they're gonna need a car when they turn 16, and you know, I want to help them get started on their feet with their first apartment and whatnot when they're old enough. And now I can put money aside in a bank account for my kids, and You know, before there was no way I could do that. You know, by the end of the week or the end of the month or the paycheck, all the money was gone. You know, I might have had $20 or $30 left to go to the movies. You know, so now, you know, that my business is paying for a lot of my major bills, I have the freedom to do other things and save money and go on vacations and, you know, have fun with my kids while they're young.
All right, awesome, Brian, awesome, man, and I really appreciate you jumping out and sharing your story, man, and I'm looking forward to see you grow more with DS Domination.
Thanks.
All right, and finally, I am going to switch back to this. All right, finally, let me get back to the PowerPoint. Apologize for that. So let me bring up, we call her the FBA shopping queen. All right, so, you know, this is unique, but before I tell her story, let me get back on cue here and tell you all that, again, you know, you've heard enough tonight for you to make a decision that could potentially change the quality of your life forever. There's so many stories. We're on these hangouts each and every week, you know, Sunday and Monday, and you hear story after story, people that were on their way out, okay? You know, when I say on their way out, I mean on their way out to the street, getting evicted, you know, living paycheck to paycheck, you know, negative bank account balances to becoming six-figure income earners, stories after stories, because of what this company has done in the training that they provide, in the vehicle that they provide for people to be able to produce these type of results. It's absolutely astounding. So with that being said, if you have not gotten started, go ahead and click on the green button below. It's only a $19.95 decision. That gets you in the door, and if that's all you can afford to do at this time, again, work your way up. Don't feel pressured to upgrade if you're not able to do that, because that's definitely not our intention here tonight. But we do want to make you aware of the potential, the income potential of Genesis, of our product, because it is going to increase tomorrow. So I don't want you to say, hey, you all just did a hangout yesterday and you didn't tell us the price was going up. So we don't want none of that. So we're going to show you both sides of the coin here. $20 gets you in the game, but after you pay the $20, if you're not a rep or if you're currently an affiliate with this company or a customer with this company, you can click on Genesis in the back office and click anywhere. Let me go back over here and show you this here really quick since I'm talking about it. All right, you can click on Genesis, and then I don't know what it's going to look like because I own it, but just click one of the links, and then it should take you to where you can actually upgrade to the product. And like we've been mentioning this entire hangout, the investment that you almost go out on a limb and promise you that if you apply everything that you learn in there, you're going to make your money back 100-fold, at least. All right, at least you will make your money back. You will. And there's hardly any competition on Amazon, and it's a completely different experience for sellers on there. So if you thought what we had thus far was good up until this point, which it was good, actually it was great, it was better than good. What we had up until this point was great. We got people making $15,000, $20,000 a month on eBay. But imagine what their income is going to be on Amazon. And again, your results may vary. We're not guaranteeing any income. So I'm going to bring up the shopping queen. And her story is amazing because, you know, she's come a long way. I'm not going to steal her thunder, but this is unique because I seen her post pictures on Facebook with 2 shopping carts full of stuff. She's sitting in the Amazon. It's unbelievable. And as you see, these are her screenshots here, and you know she's doing pretty well on Amazon. So you know she have $8,000 in product sales at the top. I'm not sure if you all should be able to see that. Below you see she sold 83 items in the last 7 days on this shot. I don't know when that was. Then she has a $1,200 balance, and that's every 2 weeks. Then it goes up to $1,400 on that period, and she did over $5,000 in 30 days. When she sent me this screenshot, I'm sure she sold some more stuff since then. So without further ado, I'm gonna bring up Rockstar. I wanted to save her for last, Miss Nikki Witherspoon, jump out and tell the world what's up. Who are you, and how are you loving DS Domination?
Hey, can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Perfect. How much do I love DS Domination? I mean, I can't stretch my arms out wide enough to just let you know. Um, what's going on with me is I started DS Domination. I was in Iraq for 10 years. One of my high school friends posted some shots on her Facebook page. I watched the video. I was hooked. I jumped into pro. I had my first sale within 48 hours. And from that moment forward, I was just a believer. Like we've heard everybody else say, I was a straight believer, and I just jumped head first into eBay. Killed my eBay account. Love eBay to death. I have never sold a thing online prior to DS Domination. Never sold a thing online. I'm now a power seller on eBay, top rated bronze power seller. It's 1995. I mean, can't stress that enough. It gets you, you do the work, the training is there, everything is there to get you where you need to be. Jump forward a couple products or a few products because I went all in. I didn't take my time. I was killing pro. I went to Elite. I went to Unleashed. I knocked out the Market Extreme. I went to Monopoly. And just with those products alone and nothing else, this is prior to Genesis, I mean, over $10,000, $15,000 in profit. And that's remarkable for never having sold a thing online before. And like I said, the system, 1995 is all it took. You know, a trip to the movies, like everybody's saying, a pizza, anything. You know, that's just crazy. Fast forward to Genesis. Whew. Okay. Same thing like Brian did. When this product went out at the event in Vegas, I was one of those people that was still sitting at the table. I didn't even go eat. Okay, that's how serious this was. I didn't even go eat. I sat my happy tail right at that table, and I hit refresh over and over and over until I saw that product was available. I had my, you know what? I didn't even need my credit card because I'm so good. I know my card number by heart. I typed that bad boy in and was rolling. And I was helping everybody else that was in the room too. I was passing my laptop around for other people to join. That's how serious this was. That's how much of an opportunity that we all knew that this was, because we knew that the previous products were just phenomenal. And if Genesis was coming out, I mean, there was no second guessing that needed to be done. My deal with Genesis right now, if you saw the screenshots, as of right now, these are directly as of today, just a couple hours ago, I've sold 586 items on Amazon. Okay, I have sent over, it's crazy, I've sent over 2,192 items into Amazon. Now, it sounds like a lot, but let me tell you this. I do not buy a thing over $20. I don't. So the product sales that you see are all from items that are pretty much the same price as your pro membership. I don't go over 20 bucks. And out of that, I'd say about 80 to 90% of my items cost me $1. $1, okay? I want people to understand that once you get past the price of Genesis and you get in there, you do not need thousands of dollars to kill this business. I am killing this business right now without spending over $20 for a single product. Okay? As of right now, my profit just from Genesis alone, I'm not even talking about any other product, just from Genesis alone, I'm over $6,400. This is in profit. Now, you saw the screenshot that Reginald put up. It was over $8,500 in product sales. Mind you, I've only sold 1/4 of the items that I've sent in. So, I mean, you do the math yourself. That's over $20K in profit off of 2,000 items. Okay? That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. I will kill a dollar store. I will kill the dollar section at Target. Okay? I will find a clearance. And what's even better, how we always keep telling you start at the pro level and work your way up, is because I use the tools that were given to me in the Elite, in Unleashed, and I've taken those tools and I've applied them to my Genesis sales, and what that's done is given me crazy amounts of money back, crazy discounts, and I apply those every time I go out shopping. So when I go and I'm pushing those pictures on Facebook with 2 and 3 carts full of stuff, I'm not paying what you think I would be paying for those. And that is the most remarkable thing. I still use every last training module out there. I still rock my Pro, I still rock my Monopoly, and I kill my Genesis. And there's no reason that anybody else out there cannot do the same exact thing. I'm not a millionaire. I'm not a millionaire. And the way that I feel about DS Domination is I left a $200,000 a year job. Okay, I was not hurting prior to DS Domination. And for me to leave that job and not look back, I haven't even looked back not once, okay? Because I know, just like Reginald said, that this product is going to make millionaires. If we don't have millionaires by the end of the year, and it won't be too far off. I'm telling you that right now. Once you get in there, it is craziness, craziness. So if you're not joining today, I just like, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Okay, I mean, I'm just so hyped about this product that I love it. I love it to death.
Awesome. Well, you can close us out if you want, because I don't even know what else to. I honestly don't even know what else to say at this point, guys. But get started. I mean, you've heard it. You know, she's implementing stuff from the training, and basically, this is. I mean, there's 4 pieces to Genesis, and you're only in one part of it. And you're spending $1 items, and basically you're crushing it. So, what would you tell to people that again that still may be skeptical for whatever reason and don't understand the power of using all the products? Because I'm actually glad you said that. You know, you're still using Pro, Elite, Unleash, and all that stuff, because through all that training, there's different cash back and everything else that you can get that will even increase your profit even more so. Than if you were to just have Genesis by itself. So what would you tell that person, or even the people that are in the company that are still thinking about it or still on the fence? I mean, they shouldn't be. If they still on the fence, something wrong with them. But you know, somebody may be. You know, what would you say to them? Like, you know, what would you say? I don't know what to say, but tell me what you would say.
You know, it's a learning process. You know, you have to crawl before you walk is one of my big things. If you crawl before you walk, you don't want to just jump into something. I mean, I'm not going to say you don't want to just jump into something, because I'm one of those people who can successfully jump into something. You know, if you're going to do the work, then most definitely jump right in. Get head first, because the information is there, the tools are there, the support is there to guide you where you need to be. And it's not just a one-time training. It's not just a one-time, you know, oh, we'll support you for 20 days. No, we have training every single week. Those videos are there 24/7. The group that we have on Facebook is around 24/7. Speaking from experience, because I'm a night owl and I get people to respond at 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, okay? There's too much support out there. And the things that I say is, you know, when you're starting off at Pro, and you move up to Elite, and you move up to Unleashed, they're all there for a reason. And, you know, the reason that Roger and everybody else in the company didn't put everything into just one single product is because they want you to succeed. They want you to succeed at that first level, knock out that next level, knock out that next level, and get all the way out there to Genesis so that you can prove to yourself that it's possible, because nobody can do it but you. You know, you can't necessarily duplicate what I'm doing because you're not doing the work that I'm doing. You might surpass me. And I really wish that a whole lot of people out there do surpass me, okay? Because the information is there, the tools are there, and it's just craziness. I just get so excited, I get jumble mouth. I mean, just if you're on the fence, jump off that fence and push one of those buttons right now. And like I told everybody yesterday, go to your neighbor's house and push their buttons too.
All right, guys, I'm ready to sign up again. I'm telling you that right now. All right, so again, go ahead and get started. It starts with $20. $20 gets you in the game. You can work your way up from there. Again, as you can see, and as you've heard, that this company and these products and this training here from DS Domination is changing lives not only across the United States, but across the world. And you too have the opportunity to be able to experience the same. But again, we cannot guarantee any results. But again, like I said earlier, guys, I honestly believe that it's almost impossible to fail unless you just quit or you just can't follow instructions or anything like that, because it's so simple. It's so simple. It's so simple. So how would you describe the training really quick? Because I want to bring you back out, because you walked away from a $200,000. I don't know if people caught that. She said she walked away from a $200,000 a year job to just do DS Domination. And there's so many people that are yearning to come out of college and to make 100,000 or even 50,000 for that matter. But you walked away from a $200,000 a year job. So
That's how much I felt. That's how much I actually felt that this system. And mind you, I walked away from that job before Genesis was even released. Okay, that's how much I felt that this system, that the owners of the company, that the unit of prosperity, you yourself, everybody else in the council, that's how much support that I felt that I could make it in this business. You know, making that first sale and applying that training, I watch those trainings all the time. I am a faithful participant every Wednesday on the live hangout. I mean, not the hangout, but the live webinars. You know, I'm a sponge. There's always something that I can learn, or there's always something that I can implement to make what I do better. And one other thing that I never said was that the money that I use to buy my items for Genesis, I use my eBay profits. So I'm not digging into any other reserves that we have. I'm making my whole full circle. So what I make on eBay, I take a piece of that, and that's what I go with my little card, my little PayPal card, and I go to my little Walmart or my Dollar Tree or wherever I'm going. So I'm making a full circle on here. And I mean, that's the training that we have. Is it's step by step. It's screenshots, you know. And if you have a question on the screenshot, there's people. There's real live people. The owner of the company. I mean, I've sent tickets to the help desk myself, and Roger Langell himself has responded back to me. Okay, what other company can you go to where the head honchos are going to be responding to you? You know, I mean, it's crazy. They even interact with us on Facebook. You know, he knows people by names. I mean, it's I don't even know what to say anymore. Just press a button.
All right. Now, final question. The simplicity of everything. I mean, how would you describe that? I know we talked about Pro, but since Genesis price increase tomorrow, and a lot of people may be worried that this Genesis is too complex, which is not. It's easier to me personally. But how would you describe the simplicity of Genesis?
Genesis is so easy. Like you said, it's easier than the Pro videos because that's how simple it is. The app is out there. You go out there, you pick up something, you scan it, and there's your work right there. It basically tells you yes or no. Okay? I don't know how much easier you can get that. You grab your little cell phone, run out there, scan something, look at it, and if it's a yeah, then okay. If you can afford it, buy it. You know, how much easier can you get than that? You know, you're not having to go and take all these crazy notes. It's too simple. It's literally scan, good profit, buy it, put it in a box and mail it away, and then sit back like this and wait for your deposit.
That's it, guys. I mean, you heard it. So I'm not going to prolong the night any longer. I want to thank all of you all for coming out here tonight. And again, if you haven't got started yet, click the green button below. I mean, you shouldn't need any more information. What else you need to see? You know, we laid it all out for you here tonight. Click the green button below to get started. Get started with $19.95. It starts with that. And from there, if you want to grab a hold of Genesis before the price increase, once you're in your DS Domination back office or members area, click on DS Genesis and click on any link there, and it should take you to where you can upgrade and get that product. So without saying anything else, I want to wish you all a great night, and we will see you all soon. Tomorrow we actually have a leadership call at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so get back with whomever invited you to ensure you have access and the correct information to partake in that call. So you all have a good night. We'll see you all next week. Take care.